One of the big issues in the 2018 midterm election is health care coverage of pre-existing conditions. In pretty much every state, Democrats are running ads that say Republicans voted against covering pre-existing conditions. But is that the real story? I had a chance to chat with Hadley Heath Manning. She's the Director of Policy for the Independent Women's Forum, and the first question I asked her was if these ads are being truthful.
Well, it's not, and that's one of the biggest misperceptions about the repeal and replace efforts in 2017. You know, the GOP made a lot of efforts to try to include those protections for people with pre-existing conditions, namely the Affordable Care Act made it impossible for insurance companies to deny coverage or charge higher premiums on the basis of pre-existing conditions, and a lot of those protections were going to remain in the law. So the GOP was actually being pretty soft in terms of their, actual repeal of that portion. And if you look at the polling, 7 in 10 Americans think it's very important to keep those protections. So I think the political pressure is going to remain on the GOP to keep those protections in place. But I hope that the GOP will revisit the issue and really lead on it rather than simply, embracing the framework that the ACA would leave in place. There are better ways to protect people with pre-existing conditions. The number of people with pre-existing conditions that actually face barriers to coverage was a lot smaller than, what the Obama administration had been saying. So there's simply a better solution to this.